Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now this is just a quick one to let you know that Dead Island 2 is free right now on the Epic Games Store until the 22nd of May 2025 at 4 PM UK time. It is currently the 16th of May at the time of this video. I've just claimed the game and I'm running it on my GTX 1660 Ti and i5-12400F along with 32 gigs of DDR4. Wasn't quite sure how well it would run, but I jumped straight in at the high preset. We also have FSR available, which I've left off for this video. I have, however, turned on Fidelity FX variable shading because this gave us a couple more frames per second. Also, as a quick side note, remember to let the shaders warm up on the initial boot, otherwise you're going to experience some inconsistencies with the frame times. So let me just read from the synopsis here for those of you that haven't played it. This is the first time I've played Dead Island 2 as well. I've been wanting to for a while. I thought, you know what, I'll wait for it to appear in a pretty heavily discounted sale, and perhaps I'll just add it to the backlog of never-ending titles that I may or may not get around to playing one day. And what better price is there than £0 and 0 pence? So let's have a quick read through the synopsis. A deadly virus is spreading across Los Angeles, turning inhabitants into zombies. Bitten, infected, but more than just immune. Uncover the truth behind the outbreak and discover who or what you are. Now, I've played about half an hour thus far, and I'm certainly enjoying the game. There's not much action going on in this initial scene, but I was just playing around with the visual settings, trying to find the best options for the hardware that I'm using. So we'll move on to something a little more sunny, something a bit brighter that you can see, and something with a little more action. What is this second level just involves trying to find Emma's mansion and meeting up with a group of people that you're going to be doing some zombie smashing with, I guess. So yeah, pretty early on, as you can tell. I've not played this before. Performance wise, the high settings is fine. The high settings are fine, for the 12400F and 1660 Ti. It's a 6GB GPU from a few years ago, which is still holding up fairly well. I'm using the Dell OEM version, so it's a single fan card, a pretty small single fan card that runs at about 70 to 75 degrees. That doesn't seem to cause any throttling. It's a 120 watt GPU. I actually can't remember if it was well reviewed or not, this card. But either way, these days it can be picked up pretty cheap. The 6 gigs of VRAM is handy. There are a lot of older 4GB options which may seem a little redundant in 2025, but this is a sort of nice balance between performance and price, if you will, especially when it comes to running slightly older or less demanding games. But as we've seen, it can still handle itself pretty well in some modern titles as well, thanks to upscaling. Visually, I still think this game looks pretty decent. I can't remember quite when it came out actually. Let's take a look on the Epic Store, see if we can find the release date. Oh, 2023. That's not a lot of time for a game to just appear for free, so that's quite surprising. As I said though, so far I've been having quite a lot of fun. I did play quite a lot of the first Dead Island, but it was one of those games that I never finished. I don't know why. I tend to do that quite a lot these days, probably picked that up on sale as well, started playing it and then just forgot about it and it went to the back of the backlog, so to speak. One day I will finish it and hopefully I'll finish this as well because I'm certainly having fun thus far, but that doesn't mean anything these days. I seem to play a lot of games and then just think, oh, I'll pick that up later and never do, which is a bit of a shame, but unfortunately I find myself busier than ever these days. Anyway, Dead Island 2 here. Talk about VRAM utilization here. It seems that we are encroaching on our 6GB frame buffer here. As you can see, the game has assigned just under 5.5 gigs and we're actually using about 4.6, 4.7, so we're not completely draining the card of all of its available memory. I'd recommend enabling FSR2, which is one of the options. If you want to try and squeeze a few more frames out of it in those more action-packed scenes, you may experience a few dips and drops towards 60 FPS, but most of the time, from what I've seen here anyway, I didn't actually notice any drops below that at all, even with the high preset. We just get the occasional little hiccup with the frame time graph, as you can see on the center left of the screen. It's smooth a lot of the time, and then you'll just get a few little sort of like ups and downs in it, but it doesn't really feel that stuttery to play at any point, at least not from what I've experienced so far. I have to say I'm really enjoying the new drop kick perk that I've just unlocked. I'm just running around drop kicking everything. I'm not going to go on too long in this video because you should go and claim this game and start playing it right now. Stop watching the video, go and claim this game. But yeah, thanks for watching. Dead Island 2 free until the 22nd of May at 4 PM, and it seems to run fairly well on more modest hardware, as you can see here. I can't speak for how this is going to hold up as we progress further into the game, but so far so good, and it's worth trying to run on your system even if you aren't sure if your specs can handle it. I mean, you're not spending anything, so claim it, give it a test on your system. If it runs, hey, that's great. If it runs well, sorry, that's great. And if it doesn't, well, not too much of a big deal. Just add it to your library, keep it there for when perhaps you upgrade your graphics card or CPU. And all that's left to say is thanks again for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you want to, of course. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it or you found this helpful at all. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one.